Max Verstappen, the undisputed king of modern Formula One, might be staring down the one thing he rarely encounters: uncertainty. For years, his rivals have chased him like a pack of hungry wolves, only to be left choking on the dust of his Red Bull. But now, an announcement looms that could rattle even the nerves of the Flying Dutchman, threatening to rewrite the rules of the game he has mastered so well. In 2026, Formula One will launch into uncharted territory with a complete overhaul of its engine regulations. This isn't just a tweak or a tune-up, it's a full-throttle revolution aimed at reshaping the sport. Designed to marry cutting-edge technology with sustainability, these regulations promise to level the playing field, or, depending on who you ask, tilt it dramatically. For Red Bull Racing, the reigning powerhouse of the grid, this shift is a fork in the road, one that could either cement their legacy or dismantle it. Red Bull has boldly announced plans to develop its own engine in collaboration with Ford, a move as audacious as Verstappen's overtakes. But let's not sugarcoat it. Going up against Ferrari and Mercedes, teams with decades of engine-building expertise, is akin to bringing a fresh set of softs to a wet race. The odds are steep, and the stakes even steeper. Team principal Christian Horner hasn't minced his words about the mammoth challenge ahead. His candid admissions paint a picture of a team gearing up for an uphill battle, where failure is as real a possibility as glory. And at the heart of this uncertainty lies Verstappen, the man who has turned dominance into an art form. For him, the future feels less like a well-oiled machine and more like an unpredictable variable, a rarity in a career meticulously defined by control. Since their glorious 2021 season, Red Bull has carved out a legacy of dominance in Formula One, led by the unstoppable Max Verstappen, who added multiple world championships to his name. Yet the tide shifted in 2024. While Verstappen secured his fourth driver's title, Red Bull faltered where it mattered most: the Constructors' Championship. In a surprising twist, Ferrari and McLaren pushed them off the podium's top step, relegating Red Bull to an unfamiliar third-place finish. This slip from supremacy wasn't a fluke. It was a full-on assault from their fiercest competitors. Ferrari and McLaren found an extra gear during the latter half of the season, rolling out cutting-edge car designs paired with sharp strategic calls. Even Mercedes, though inconsistent, delivered enough standout performances to chip away at Red Bull's dominance. The once imposing fortress of the Red Bull empire began showing cracks, leaving fans and rivals alike wondering if this was the start of a power shift on the grid. As the sport hurtles toward its monumental 2026 technical reset, Red Bull finds itself at a crossroads. These new regulations won't just shake up the grid, they'll demand engineering brilliance and an ability to adapt faster than a pit crew on race day. With a competitive field breathing down their necks, the question is clear: can Red Bull rise to the challenge and reclaim their throne, or will this reset be the ultimate test of their resilience? Red Bull's decision to craft its own power units marks one of the boldest moves in its history, a gamble that could define the team's future. Teaming up with Ford, Red Bull Powertrains has embarked on the colossal challenge of building an engine from scratch. It's an all-in play, but with the stakes higher than ever, the pressure is nothing short of immense. Christian Horner, never one to shy away from calling it as he sees it, painted a stark picture of the road ahead. The 2026 season will be a complete reset, he remarked, and we are building an engine where 4 years ago we had a blank sheet of paper. In 4 years we have built a factory and developed an engine, but we are going up against 75 years of experience at Ferrari and 30 years at Mercedes HPP. We have no illusions. Those words aren't just candid, they're a rallying cry for what lies ahead. Ferrari and Mercedes represent the Everest of engine development, with decades of experience fueling their dominance. Their technical expertise, cutting-edge facilities, and unparalleled heritage in Formula One create a benchmark so daunting it's almost unfair. For Red Bull, a team venturing into uncharted territory, matching such a pedigree in just a few years isn't merely ambitious, it's bordering on audacious. But in Formula One, as Horner well knows, audacity is often the difference between glory and heartbreak. Horner's confidence in his team's expertise and determination is clear, but his words don't sugarcoat the magnitude of the challenge. Even with Ford's technical muscle and vast resources in their corner, the clock is ticking mercilessly. Delivering a reliable, race-winning engine by 2026 demands perfection at every step. And in a sport where the tiniest miscalculation can unravel years of effort, there's no margin for error. For Max Verstappen, a man who thrives on certainty and control, the looming unknowns of 2026 are unlikely to spark confidence. His unparalleled success has been built on the solid foundation of Red Bull delivering championship-caliber machines, with the seamless harmony between car and driver fueling his dominance. But as the sport hurtles toward a new regulatory era, the question arises: can Red Bull maintain their magic with an unproven proven power unit. Though Verstappen is locked into his Red Bull contract until 2028, the 2026 reset could very well redefine the trajectory of his career. If Red Bull stumbles under the weight of the new regulations, Verstappen may find himself at a crossroads, weighing loyalty against the pursuit of continued dominance. The allure of Ferrari's legacy, Mercedes' engineering excellence, or even McLaren's resurgence could offer compelling alternatives if cracks begin to show in Red Bull's armor. But in Formula One, ambition comes with a price, and the stakes here are monumental. Unlike Ferrari and Mercedes, who can tweak and refine their well-established engine platforms, Red Bull is diving into the deep end with no safety net. Building a competitive power unit from scratch is a high-wire act where even the smallest misstep can have outsized consequences. The learning curve isn't just steep, it's a vertical climb in a sport where the competition is merciless and time is always against you. The 2026 Formula One season is shaping up to be a blockbuster, a reset that could upend the familiar order and inject fresh unpredictability into the sport. With the new engine regulations poised to level the playing field, the established dominance of teams like Red Bull faces its toughest challenge yet. Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren, armed with their deep experience and cutting-edge infrastructure, are primed to seize the moment, while newcomers like Audi aim to burst onto the scene with a strong statement of intent. For Red Bull, the next 2 years will define their future. Developing a competitive power unit is just one piece of the puzzle. They'll also need to maintain their aerodynamic excellence and razor-sharp strategic edge. Balancing these priorities will require every ounce of ingenuity and precision they've become known for. The partnership with Ford adds an extra layer of expertise, but it also highlights the magnitude of the task ahead. As the sport gears up for a transformative era, the stakes for Red Bull couldn't be higher. The coming years will push their innovation, determination, and adaptability to the absolute limit. Will they emerge as pioneers who redefine the competition, or will the challenge prove too steep, allowing rivals to seize the upper hand? One thing is certain: the 2026 season is set to rewrite the Formula One playbook. Red Bull's next chapter will not only shape their legacy, but could also alter the very fabric of the sport itself. Do you think Max Verstappen will stay loyal to Red Bull if their engine gamble doesn't pay off in 2026? Or could we see him in a Ferrari or Mercedes instead? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.